You are now watching Reading Your Comments with the Game Peeps, brought to you by Christopher Marlowe. And our first comment this month is...
from Zanka. He says, he was being evil and dark. Ha ha ha. Found that anecdote amusing.
So I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
We have no idea
What
which anecdote. We even actually watched through the episode again to find it. I think it's when I'm like talking about how he's trying to be evil and his evilness is saying like, oh, I'm gonna make you take this level, I'm gonna make you take this lesson, like your own class, ha 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 ha, and then he actually started like experimenting and trying to make carnivorous plants, and I think that might be, so it might be a misquote, and if it's not, I'm sorry Zanka, maybe point out where?
Yeah, we don't pay attention to ourselves.
No. Even after having edited it and gone through it like 30 times, I'm still like, what? So next up, we have another comment from Zanka, and he says, so stealthy. For a moment, I forgot this was GTA, not Tenchu. Ha ha.
Ah,
Well, actually, only two ha's, so I like ha ha. Yeah, I mean, I like to think I'm a super stealthy, awesome assassin, but,
I think evidence would prove otherwise.
I mean, I was stealthy.
Not knowing how to target.
See, that's
using a gun when you shouldn't be.
I never did.
You didn't?
I never did.
The first time?
No. I got shot.
Oh, you used your fist the first time.
No, I used the blade. I just didn't target properly. He saw. The problem was I snuck up behind him and he turned.
He turned, and that's when the gun went off.
So that was not me.
So that's you being a very bad assassin.
But I was still sneaky stealthy. It's just, it's hard to be super stealthy. Like, here's the problem is...
if you get caught, you can't call it stealthy.
You are being stealthy. It's not your fault if he turns around.
Yes, it is! That's the exact reason. He only turned around because he noticed you.
No, I refuse to accept this. I'm a super stealthy, sneaky assassin. That's that. Mm-hmm. Deal with it.
Sure.
Deal with it.
Our next comment is also from Zanka. He says, God, I remember having to film stuff outdoors without the fur wrap dead cat thing for the mic while in school. Hated it. Audio problems. A lot of people are in colonies still. Economy and all, no shame in that.
So, that dead cat wrap thing, it's actually called like a windsock.
Mm-hmm. I think I prefer the dead cat.
And the thing is, we actually almost had one, but then, because like I had picked out the mic and everything, and we had it like specifically ordered, but then when it was ordered through Amazon, Cassandra did the ordering, and so it was one of those things where it was like you could select one or the other and it's in the same item. And she hadn't realized that she had selected the one that didn't come with the fur sock thing that cuts a lot of the wind. And also, I mean, we just don't have somebody to hold the boom, so there was a lot of distance as well. And I just have people who need to get mufflers for cars in my neighborhood, apparently.
Did we even have the mic at that point, though? I don't think we did.
Maybe. Didn't we?
No.
Yeah. Yeah, because we got it last Christmas, not this one.
I don't remember getting this last Christmas.
You did, though. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
It depends. When Avenging Insurance went up. Did that go up after Momentum or before it? Because that's when we got this stuff.
Was that our first?
Yeah, that's the first time we used this mic.
Hold on, Peeps. I need to check something. Well, there's Pokemon. Okay.
We did not have this mic. It is not my fault. Yay!
Well, this one isn't.
Future ones will be.
Yeah. And even that, it's not your fault. It's Amazon's fault for not being clear.
Yeah.
And me for not being like, hey, by the way.
Make sure it has a sock.
And yes, a lot of people are still in colonies. Australia.
Mm-hmm.
Panama, technically.
Yep. Jamaica.
Oh yeah.
A lot of the islands.
What's it called? Grand Cayman?
I don't know all the places. There's so many. Like, I think Indonesia might be still.
Might be. I'm looking that one up. Indonesia was the largest former Dutch colony.
Okay, so it's no longer a colony.
No, it's not. Who else? Is there anyone else?
I really don't know. I've never really paid attention.
New Zealand?
Is it? Yeah,
I think they're still under the crown. I think they are.
Yeah. I really don't know. I don't really care. It's really irrelevant.
And so, next and last comment is from Zach Johnson. And he says, I just climbed a mountain not in any condition to murder people, and that's in quotes. Just how casual that sounds is frightening. And, okay, if you are who I think you are, which you may not be, but if you are, then you've actually we actually are English. We play games together. We're in the same kinship. Well, we were. You left. Shame on you. Yeah, that happened.
Drama.
Anyway, if you are who I think you are, then you know me. You should know that's how I roll.
Yeah, there's a lot of murdering going on this channel. I feel like it's our MO.
Yeah. Well, we haven't murdered anyone in YouTuber's life yet, but I mean,
if they add
there's
that
still
feature
time.
in, I mean, I'm not gonna say I won't.
Things happen. Knives slip in the kitchen.
Yeah, that's
Oops.
true. That's true. Cannibalism.
Oh, although now I'm realizing, yeah, guys, we do have coming up.
Oh, you don't know? Yeah.
Far into the future, just because of scheduling. But we actually have done some of the cooking channel YouTube stuff.
Yes.
So that is coming up. Stay tuned for that. It's gonna be in like 3 months.
Probably. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then so I did have just because our comment reply was talking about the pun. I had a pun at the time. I thought it was awesome. Cassandra vetoed it. I've thought about it since, and yes, first of all, it does have to be verbal, otherwise it's not as funny. But I actually was thinking about it last night and was like, no, it's actually pretty awful.
Yes, it was.
Just how casual that sounds is frightening. So my thing was, casual is my middle name, followed by Friday.
Like, what the fuck?
So this has been reading your comments with the Game Peeps. Until next time,
Go play.
bye!
At least everyone knows at least one child that they're like pretty sure is satanic.
Okay.
Satan, baby. And then a whole bunch of cops will come and you'll get into a gunfight with them.
Also a fact.
What does that have to do with anything at all?
He said it sounds casual.
Yeah, so it's not in context of the word casual. This is what makes a good pun versus what makes a bad one. Like, when you use the word in context. Wordplay. Could you imagine Shakespeare writing like that? He would not be who he is today. They'd be like, they would unearth his plays and be like, oh my god.
Okay, give me a Shakespearean example of an awful pun, please.
I wish I could. I'm not that talented. Just like, oh my god. Where it's just like a really shit pun and be like, this was one of the worst playwrights of the Elizabethan era. His work lives on in infamy.